Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video and today I'm going to show you how to make this super simple coffee table. I started off with this 12mm block board. I'm just sketching out an abstract shape. I wasn't really going for any specific shape, just a more organic looking rounder form. Because I'll be using plumbing pipes for the legs, I'm just drawing out here the arrangement. I got these plumbing pipes from just your regular hardware shop and they cost me about 1,400 shillings for 20 feet. And the blockboard I also got for about 3,500 shillings. Over here I'm using my jigsaw to cut out the block board. This will be the top of the coffee table. For this project, you don't really need any big machinery, but you definitely need access to a jigsaw. After I finish cutting out my shape, I just use my sander to sand down the edges. If you don't have a sanding machine, you could just buy sandpaper and sand the corners by hand. Now we've moved on to the pipes. These are just your regular 4-inch drainage pipes that you would use for plumbing. I'm using a saw to cut them to size, although this does give a very rough cut. Maybe if you're a lot gentler than me, then you could probably get a smoother cut. Just go a little bit slower than I'm going here. Or get a more refined saw. Definitely helps to have an extra pair of hands. As you can see, my intern here is working really hard to hold that pipe in place. You don't need a bandsaw for this project, but because I have access to one, I decided to use it to smooth out the edges so I can get a more clean cut. Please ignore my tape measure. It broke, so I had to use some tape to put it back in place. So here, as you can see, I'm not cutting all the way across the pipe. I'm leaving a small piece, and you'll see why later. I'm using some Tangit glue to put the PVC pipes together. This is the best glue I could find to hold everything in place. Then I'm just taping it up to make sure all the pipes are touching and everything is secured. I'm using my heat gun to fold those flaps over that I left when I was cutting. This little flap is what's gonna hold the pipes onto the wood. Not gonna lie, you should probably wear some gloves when you're doing this. The pipes did get really hot. Done with the heat gun, I just flipped the pipes over, and now I'm using some screws to secure the pipes in place. To be very honest, I'm not sure what kind of glue would hold PVC onto wood, but if you know, please just leave it in the comments. Any suggestions for future? Remove the tape because the Tangit glue doesn't actually take that long to dry, and that was the finished piece. Now it's time to paint. You don't need a spray gun for this. You can just use a paintbrush. So the actual paint I'm using for this project is called Nitrocellulose. I believe every major paint brand company has a version of it, but I got it in a color called champagne, which is like an off-white. But I was told the nitrocellulose is the one that's most likely to stick onto the PVC without coming off easily. I thinned out the paint with a little bit of standard thinner. And of course, all this information I'll make sure to leave in the description for the video. There it is, DIY coffee table. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe.